All right. And this is what we get when we finish.
Behold, my stuff.
All right. So today we are going to be updating and working on a Stranger / Qimir helmet from the Acolyte. I picked this print up for literally nothing because the gentleman who printed it felt it was too small for him.
What?
Now, what he didn't realize was he had already assembled it with hot glue, thank God, and it is too small to get over your head printed at the size it's printed on. But if you disassemble it, set it up with earth magnets, and then assemble it while it's on your head, it fits perfectly for even a giant head like mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint this and set this thing up so that it can be assembled after you've put it on. So we're going to make it have earth magnets, and it's going to attach in 2 parts, and that's how we're going to make this fit our noodle. So a little bit of sanding, little bit of paint, and then we're going to do a whole weathering breakdown and show the mechanics of how I actually did this. Cool? Cool. All right. So once primed, I do a coat of orange on this because I'm going to lightly do the copper and I'm going to do it uneven. And I want some of the orange to shine through just a little bit. It's just going to be the base color that sort of hues the type of copper. If you do a black, you're going to get a darker one. If you do a white, you'll get a sort of a flatter one. And the thing is that I applied the paint in excess so that it went unevenly on the helmet. Because this particular helmet is all lumpy and everything, doing a little bit of an uneven coat allows you to sort of reinforce the look you want once you spray on with the hammered copper paint. So we did the upper body, the jaw. We haven't done this yet. This is going to be something totally different. I'm still figuring out if I want to go graphite powder with this, if I want to do super high, glossy silver, or like very, very chromy silver. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we start with the orange before we get in there and hit it with copper unevenly. And then we're going to go in and detail the crap out of it. Once we've sprayed it orange, we then hit it with the hammered copper. And then we just go in and do some detailing with Molotow chrome, some gold leaf pen, red marker, just different things to create some color with some copper marker, just to sort of create an inconsistency of color. A lot of make it wet, marker it, smear it, marker it, smear it. And now we are going to do a wash and blacken the whole thing out of it. Layer, 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 layer. And really get it kind of looking dirty and grummy. All right. And this is what we get when we finish. Okay, so this is Qimir's helmet. It may go darker, and I may do a little bit more weathering and whatnot, but it's pretty grungy. It has that copper look, which I'm kind of going for. And I did set it up so that just kind of snaps into place. So once I secure the inside a little bit, and I have it so that I can, let it sit steadily on my head, this whole thing just snaps right out, which is great. So I've got a magnet, a magnet, and a magnet. Ooh, that is snug. Right on the edges here when it comes in. I've got a magnet on the inside, a magnet on the inside, and a magnet there. So just snaps into place. Can't ask for more than that. So overall, really nice build. Really quick and easy. There's really just nothing more to say about it. It was just a really nice overall paint job. Working with copper tone was different for me. I did an orange base, which I ultimately actually don't think made a huge difference. It was an orange primer color to start, and then I did the copper over it. I think it gave it a nice, bold copper tone that was brighter, but ultimately, because it was hammered finish, it was so thick. I don't know that too much of the orange underneath showed through, but if you get really in close, you could see I did work away some of the copper so that the orange shines through. I did some washes, so you really get a lot of that orange in there. It really kind of just boiled down to being a lot of touch and go. You know, I sprayed some, I worked it away, I resprayed some, I worked it away. I tried doing a wash with my usual, like my usual kiwi, but because this has a gloss sort of sealed finish with the hammered copper, it didn't really take. So doing a wash didn't work. So I switched over to acrylic after talking to my friend about it. I was like, what should I do now? And then I went back in and reworked these areas to remove all that. Went over the silver again, so that just popped a little bit more. And I don't know that it's dark enough for me. I may have to go back in and sponge in a lot more black. But for now, I think this is going to be done and done. I think we're going to call this done. This will sit really nicely next to my Kylo Ren when I eventually put them both on display. But I like how it fits. I like that I can wear it. Pretty cool. So for a 3D print conversion, I'm really happy with this. It ended up being cheaper than buying the Black Series. Would have been easier to just get that, but didn't know if I was going to be here by the time it showed up. So if you can't build it, buy it. If you can't buy it, build it. And sometimes, if you do both, get a really nice result.